I have spent $15,000 in therapy and countless hours, and I'm here to help you cut to the chase so you don't have to spend as much money and time as I did. During my time in therapy, I discussed things to do with self-worth, self-love, feeling enough, depression, and feeling valuable to find my purpose and to heal from my past and my past traumas. I wanted to create this video to help you cut through all of the fluff so that you can take action through practices that I instilled from the advice of professionals who have coached me. And if you want to cut the fluff, you've come to the right place. And if you don't know me, I'm Manalami, and I love to create nourishing content that'll give you all the confidence boosts in creating an aspirational life through your mindset, your daily habits, incorporating rituals, and cultivating ascetical practices to elevate your life. If you struggle with feeling like you're enough and feeling the lack of loving yourself, you are not to blame. This stems from not being told that you were loved by those closest around you, and it resulted in you to consistently look for external validation and to love yourself by just existing. How I was coached in finding love within myself, I was tasked looking in the mirror every single morning and telling myself that I love myself 10 times that day as I was waking up. I later altered this to make it suit me and my schedule and personality more. How you can incorporate this practice of looking yourself in the mirror by having an alternative of keeping a hand mirror by your bedside, reaching for it as you are trying to reach for an alarm, and looking at it as you are waking up to train your brain that you love yourself. So pick up your hand mirror and literally tell yourself, I love you 10 times. And as you start to get more equated with telling yourself that you love yourself, how I like to spice up this practice is that after telling myself that I love myself and complimenting how beautiful I look when I wake up in the morning, telling myself how proud I am and how lucky I am to have woken up this morning, you can totally start incorporating this too. You faced a challenging day the day before. Let yourself know how proud you are of yourself for doing the hard things and doing them with the best knowledge and competency. Or simply tell yourself you are enough. The more you do this practice to let yourself know how much you truly feel this self-love from within, it'll start changing the chemistry of your brain to stop looking for validation from the external, to start seeking for the internal validation. A money-saving tip that is significantly cheaper in trying to resolve feelings of self-comparison, not feeling like you've achieved enough, is so common, especially with the never-ending cycles of self-comparison. Whether you're looking on social media and you find it to be something constant no matter what time of day, simply by being in circles of friends and colleagues and family members and seeing how far they've come in their journey. What I was assigned to do from my coach in understanding and feeling an appreciation for where I am today is by beginning this practice of the AM and PM journal. You will list 3 things that you are grateful for from the morning period, from the moment that you wake up till noon. And these can be things that are consistent, that happen every single day, such as I'm grateful to wake up today. I am grateful for my healthy body. I am grateful for the bed that I sleep on. Afterwards, you then come up with another 3 points. The next 3 points are related to things that you are grateful for from 12 p.m. until before you go to sleep. And these things can be all the things that you've accomplished throughout your day, the things that you felt throughout the day, and other tiny blessings that have really made your day so much more special. This could be things like, I am proud for cooking a new meal today. I'm grateful for learning a new lesson through a podcast today. The power of gratitude is that it makes you look at how far you've come and gaining that wisdom and knowledge while still maintaining this push and this drive for achieving more without hurting yourself in the process. And how can you expect to continue to want more and to get more without feeling the contentment of where you are today? Because blessings come in overflow to those who are grateful of what is around them. And this literally can be a practice that is fulfilled with a pen and a piece of paper. Continuing on with using your same journal, if you feel anytime that you have this lack of value, whether it's finding value of yourself, value in relationship to your purpose, after you write your AM and PM gratitude lists, you will continue this pattern of writing in threes with a value journal. Now, these 3 points are going to be all about how you value yourself and value natural qualities that you are practicing, valuing qualities that you are still learning. With value, this is all in relationship to your being. When you're writing these points, they're not values of the external world. This is all value of yourself, what you naturally are, to help bring you in closer tune to how you can use these natural gifts with others. To begin writing these 3 points, you simply say, I value being, then a quality, then followed by because, when, and then you write what happened that day. For example, I value being generous when I helped my mother with my time in shopping for the groceries. You can say something like, I value being creative when I designed an invitation for a friendship gathering today. Get creative, and the more that you write about what you value, you can think back in relationship to a value list of the qualities that you naturally have and the values that you want to live your life by. It will remind you of the values of how to live your life so that you always stay on track of the activities and how you're spending your time are in true alignment with your values and the values that you want to bring for others and the values you naturally carry within yourself. Before I continue, I just wanted to show you guys my journals. I have these 4 journals I've completed through and through. These 4 journals that are leather bound, I have used them for 1 year's worth of journaling. A journal are just wonderful keepsakes that you can look back on, and you can put them on your bookshelf like the way I do, so you remind yourself of all the amazing growth that you've been through. Now for these next 3 steps, these are not related to journaling whatsoever. If you feel like you are behind in relationship to a place where you want to be, and let's say this place of your being is somewhere far, far away from where you can imagine yourself in the next few months, do not underestimate the power of daily meditation and visualization to help get to that point of where you see yourself in the next few months and in the next few years. Don't underestimate the power of where you are today to set the tone for where you'll be in a year or 5 years or 10 years. The technique of visualization and meditation has helped me make much more bolder decisions because I'm communicating with and accessing my higher self. How I like to do this is early in the morning, after I've made my bed and I've told myself that I love myself, I will go on YouTube or my playlist of visualization exercises. I really love Roxy Nafusi's guided visualizations, specifically her guided visualization of accessing your higher self. And I will listen, and after listening and breathing deeply, it sets the tone for the rest of my day to make much more empowered decisions. And if you don't want to pay for a visualization, check YouTube. There are tons of free visualizations in your search box. Words such as higher self, visualization, meditation. You will find resources. Let's talk boundaries. For my practice within getting therapy, this was the most expensive because I spent the most amount of my sessions doing conversations all about boundaries, because I'm the kind of person in the past who was extremely codependent. And to break out of the cycle, I cannot stress the importance of boundaries. At first, it may feel like rejecting others and disappointing others. Let the other people feel that sense of understanding, disappointment, and even if it causes an uncomfortable conversation, have those conversations. Whenever you set boundaries, you will feel so much better in the long run, no matter how uncomfortable it feels at first. In order to practice putting boundaries, go about your day-to-day and think about how you're spending your time and what goals you have, and write down a list of how you're spending your time, and then write down another list of what your goals are. And this can also be a third list, and what kind of activities made you feel frustrated or annoyed of where your time went. Any kinds of cycles that you notice are repeating, that is when you know you can set your boundary. In the long run, this creates better bonds and better relationships between yourself and others. Lastly, some of the most expensive lessons that I've learned in therapy was all about how to change your life. I watched an Ellie Updahl video about change your life in It Takes a Few Hours video. I highly recommend it, and I'll definitely link it down below. The most interesting part about that video was that Ellie Updahl talked about the 4 hours to change your life. Coincidentally, my therapist and my life coach both spoke about the exact same principle, is that it only takes 4 hours of focus to truly change your life. How I went about this with my coach, and which I know you can definitely apply if you are incredibly busy, is you separate your 4 hours by 2 and 2, or 1, 1, 1, 1, or you can schedule all 4 hours in the same time break. No matter how you time set your schedule, you must have 4 hours to change your life. And when I say the 4 hours, it means investing 4 hours of your time every single day towards your future self. After doing a visualization exercise, use those 4 hours to either learn a new skill, learn and advance more in your hobby, speak to people that you know are on your list of how to get more knowledge and insights from. Those 4 hours are truly up to you. And as long as you have those 4 hours every single day, it will compound over time. And those 4 hours will monumentally change your life within 1 year's time. And I cannot imagine how much this will compound. That's it. That is the end of all my 6 steps of what I've learned and what daily steps that I incorporate into my day-to-day life. I hope that this short video was extremely helpful in order to seek the answers that you are trying to find in your journey of self-development and life improvement, and making it much more accessible and affordable to you. If you found anything helpful, drop me a like or a comment on your experience with any of these methods. Or if you sought therapy and you have anything else to share of what works for you, I would love to hear it. Thank you guys again, and I look forward to the next video.